Today we're really specifically going to work with a neutral mind aspect, so we're going to incorporate that part of the kriya. The neutral mind in kundalini yoga, there's three minds: our positive mind, our negative mind, and neutral mind. Neutral mind is the one that we want in the driver's seat. All three of them have benefit and challenge, but really the neutral mind is the one that we want to be existing in the majority of our lives. It's said that the neutral mind is in direct connection and communication with our soul. And if you think of the neutral mind as kind of a GPS system, so if we're in positive mind, negative mind, we're in our reactionary mind. So you can kind of think about it as right now, we're navigating these times without a GPS system, right? It's all unknown. And then we tend to kind of be swaying between positive and negative mind. The neutral mind is like a GPS, so we can be in these unknown spaces and unknown terrain and territory, but the neutral mind is our GPS system. Not only externally, helping us to assess kind of risk and benefit, but also again internally, bringing us into that constant communication with our intuition or the guidance of our soul. So we're going to incorporate some of the neutral mind kriya. The way that we do this is a lot of working at balancing the brain too, both hemispheres of the brain. And again, there'll be pranayama and movement. When we put those together in a posture, I call it a kriya. Feel free to modify as you need. Take out the posture if you have an injury. Take out the breathing technique if it's making you feel a little dizzy. Go back to long, deep breathing, for example, and then put it all together when and if it feels good for you. You can kind of take what you need from this practice and leave the rest. So let's come into a nice, comfortable seated position if you're not already there, with the legs crossed in front of you. Bring your hands together at heart center. And when you do this morning, see if you can draw the elbows up so they're not just hanging down. So you're really pushing left hand into right hand into left hand, and then close your eyes down. Start to lengthen your inhales, deepen your exhales. Inwardly, feel the spine like a rod, helping you sit up nice and tall, conducting that energy. Your inner gaze rolling up to the space between your eyebrows, the third eye point. And always optional, setting or creating an intention for your practice this morning. And we begin with 3 rounds of Adi mantra, Ong O-N-G, Ong Namo Gurudev Namo, followed by 1 round of our healing sacred vibration of Om. The first round, an invocation to all the teachers that came before, our highest truth, love, compassion, angels, the God of your own understanding. The second round, an invocation to your own inner teacher, your ability to transform darkness into light. And a third round, an invocation to this sacred space that you're creating wherever you are. And connecting to all the energy of those who are practicing with you. Maybe not even this practice, but just in this time and place, this space. If it feels more comfortable to chant quietly or internally, by all means, feel free. Let's inhale deeply together. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. up pregnant, sit up nice and tall. See if you can breathe in a little bit more. Hold that 2. And exhale nice and slow. Let the eyes flutter open. Place the hands onto the thighs. If you're feeling a little uncomfortable, feel free to cross the other leg in front now. Drop your chin towards your chest. Really simple neck circles or half circles if your neck isn't feeling good going full. So just move with your breath. You want to exhale to drop your head back behind you. And you want to inhale to trace the collarbones with your chin, so as the head comes forward. You inhale, and then as you exhale, the head rolls back. Remember, side to side is okay too. Anytime it's possible, close the eyes, roll the eyes up to that third eye point. Long, slow, deep breaths here. Just massaging away any tension from the neck, jaw, shoulders. And then when it feels right, it's really organic, just take your circles in the opposite direction. Make it soothing and relaxing, this movement. Simple. And next time that you breathe in, bring your chin parallel to the floor, head over hips. Hold your breath in for a moment. Exhale, relax. We're going to come laying down onto our backs, extending the legs straight out in front of you, hands by your sides. As you inhale, so this is really specific, inhale your left leg up to 90 degrees and your right arm up over your shoulder. As you exhale, lower them down and bring the other ones up. So it's exhaling right leg, left arm. So we inhale and then exhale. So the inhale is your left leg, right arm. Your exhale is your right leg, left arm. You don't have to go very fast. If it's comfortable, close the eyes as you keep doing this movement. Inhaling left leg, right arm. Exhaling right leg, left arm. Just use the opportunity in these movements to observe your coordination right from the start, right? And be compassionate, go easy on yourself, go even slower if you need to. Right? Part of the purpose of this practice today is exactly that, building our focus, building our concentration, neutralizing the mind, right? By working both polarities of the brain. Last two. Good. Take both legs up, both arms up. Breathe in deeply, so legs are 90 degrees over your hips, hands over your shoulders. And then exhale, bring your knees to your chest. Place your feet down. Knees and feet are going to be hip width apart. Hands are going to be beside you again. Make sure you have room enough to reach back behind you for this vinyasa. So press the low back into the ground. As you inhale, lift your hips up, sweep your arms back, palms face the sky. As you exhale, lower your hips down, hands come to the earth beside you. So if you need to, you can take a little peek over to get that vinyasa happening in your body. And then exhale, close the eyes when it feels right. These are nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Just waking up the front line of the body and then exhaling to relax, feeling the support of your mat. It's fine
following the rhythm of your own breath. Breathing in to lift and open, and breathing out to relax. And that inhale, it doesn't matter how high your hips go, just make it feel good, like that kind of stretch, like it's first thing in the morning, right? Starting to wake the body up, connect the body to the breath, and then eventually and hopefully the mind to the breath and the body. Some days that's a little easier, some days it's a little bit more challenging. So again, just be aware, be compassionate, be gentle with yourself, do your best. Last two, breathe in. And breathe out. Last one, breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Bring the knees in towards the chest. If it feels okay, bring your forehead up to your knees for a couple of moments. Round the back, little reversed child's pose. And then you can either roll to the side or rock up and down a couple times on your spine if that feels okay. And then find your way into table pose. So you're on your hands and knees. Knees directly underneath your shoulders, hands directly underneath your hips. And from there, take your right arm up towards the sky, deep breath in. Keep your left arm straight as you reach under. Just look to the left. So you're twisting from your neck rather than your spine so much. And then pushing your left hand, inhale, your right arm goes up again. And then exhale, dive under, keeping the arm straight. Do that one more time. Breathe in like a wing, open the right arm. And then exhale, soften under left arm. Good. As you inhale, take your right arm back up. Be mindful here, your left foot is going to turn behind you as you extend your right leg straight out to the side. So that left foot becomes like a little flipper, right? It turns behind you, so you have a kickstand, and then your knee is over, your hip is over your knee. Good. Breathe in, lift that right leg up, and then breathe out and lower it down. You can stay here, level one, inhaling to lift, and exhaling to lower, or you can inhale, lift, pull the knee in, elbow to knee, and then exhale, lower, and reach up, right? So working coordination again. Inhale, lift, maybe pull in. Exhale, lower, and reach up. And inhale, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Two more, breathe in, breathe out. Good. Breathe in, just lift your leg up. Breathe out, bend the knee and reach back for your foot. If you have your foot, push your hips forward, your foot into your hand, roll your right shoulder back. Maybe you can start to gaze up or to the side a little bit. Just think about creating like a nice, again, just like you're yawning the front of your body open and awake. Deep breath. Good, and then expand that right leg, right arm, breathe in. And exhale nice and slow, table pose, turn your left toes back. Good. As you inhale, drop your belly down, lift your heart up, roll your shoulders back. As you exhale, pull the navel in, chin to chest. Do that a couple more times in the rhythm of your own breath. Breathing into cow pose. And breathing in, making a rainbow through the spine, really coiling in. And one more, inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale. Kind of neutralize your spine. You're going to take your left toes straight back on the mat. Turn your right toes behind you. Left heel goes down. Left arm reaches up. So you have that supported side plank. And then same as before, option to inhale up. And then exhale, tap the big toe. Right? So you can stay with that vinyasa, working the lower half of the body. Or you inhale up and you exhale to pull in, right? And so we inhale to lift up, so you come in and up, and then you exhale to tap and reach. Inhale, exhale, breathe in, And breathe out. 3 more. Good. Lift just your left leg, breathe in. Bend into the left knee, reach back for your foot. You don't have to touch it. You can just reach with intention. If you have your foot, push the foot into the hand. Hips go forward so you feel the right glute turn on. And maybe you shift your gaze a little bit, challenging your balance. And then exhale, let it go, table pose, right toes turn back. Spread the fingers, drop the belly down, breathe in. Exhale, round the back. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. And feel free to move around in your body a little bit here if you'd like. Shifting the hips or the head, wiggling it out. And then just find yourself in that organized position. Take a few deep breaths. And then breathe in, lift your heels up nice and high. As you exhale, soften the knees, look forward. You can walk, hop, or float to the top of the mat, just get there. And when you arrive, lift halfway up, inhale, chin stays tucked, back of the neck long. Exhale, fold and pour the body down. Good. Roll up nice and slow, keeping your chin tucked to your chest, your knees nice and soft. So good for the back. All right, unfurling the spine. Once you arrive at standing, bring your hands together in front of the heart, close your eyes. If it doesn't feel safe to close the eyes, just look at the ground at an unmoving point. Try to bring your elbows up, push your palms together. Find a nice, tall, proud inner stature. And settle back on your breath or your intention. And bow your head towards your heart. Let your eyes flutter open, and this gesture be a reminder that your practice is bigger than just your physical body. And as you inhale, take your arms up over your head. So we're going to do some vigorous movement. Separate the feet so they're about hip width apart. Knees stay soft. As you exhale, you're going to fold forward and down to the ground. So this is going to happen a little faster. Now as you inhale, you're going to take your arms up and clap over your head. And as you exhale, you're going to tap the ground. So if you have the room to take your arms out and up as you inhale, suggest you do that. If you don't have the room like me, just go forward and up. So slap, tap. Feels like something you can do with your eyes closed. Go ahead and close them. Remember, you can modify by slowing it down, but keeping that intention of clap, slap. This comes from the kriya. That helps us with our lungs, our circulation, both of which imperative and key for a healthy immune system. Three more. 2. Last one. Stay folded forward. Good job. Slow the breath down. Keep the knees soft. Feel free to hold your elbows to the back of your head. Maybe give yourself a little swish and sway side to side, like you're just washing that away. Release your hands to the ground. Lift halfway up, breathe in. As you exhale, take your right leg back behind you, drop your knee to the mat. So just like before, bring your hands up to the left thigh. And we don't want to sink ourselves into this pose. We want to come back and out of it so that our knee and our hip are almost in line, right? So we can really get the breath happening in the lower belly. So most important part of this posture is the breath. Then we tack in the movement and we stay in the posture. Okay? The breath of fire isn't something that you can do today. Long, slow, deep breathing, or maybe dragon's breath, where you kind of huff and puff, working at stimulating and strengthening our upper lungs, which is really great. Okay? So your arms go out in front of you, fingers together, thumbs point up. We start by bringing the left hand a little higher, right hand a little lower than the shoulders. So this is a small movement, and then you're going to switch. Right? So it's pretty simple. Left up, right down, right up, left down. Kind of like our legs. Right? So we inhale, exhale, level one. Right? So we're just switching with the breath. Inhaling left, exhaling right. Okay? If you can add in breath of fire, we're doing this movement and breath of fire in this posture, but the breath of fire isn't going to happen through your nose. It's going to happen through circled lips. Same breath of fire from the lower belly, as rapid as you can get it, but through circled lips. Okay, so you open the mouth into a circle. Keep going. Anything that you're doing is perfect right now, right? So if you can, through circled lips, breath of fire, right? Getting that movement in the lower half of the belly. Might feel a little weird. You might feel like your mouth is getting dry. Try to stay with it. Good. 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. Arms stay parallel. Hold your breath. Exhale. Reach your arms up over your head. Inhale. Good. Bring left hand to left hip. Give your body a little tip over to the left. Long, deep breaths into that side, right rib and lung. Reach both arms up, breathe in. Exhale, bring your hands softly to the ground. Nice job. Lift your right knee off the ground. Think of what we did before. Right fingertips, fist, or hand stay down. Left arm sweeps up over your head. Breathe in. As you exhale, reach under your left leg. So reach under the leg, but just look to your right over your right shoulder. So you inhale, left arm up. And you exhale, a little twist. Inhale. Try to look up so you look to the left. And then exhale, look to the right. Inhale, take the arm up. Bring your hand to the ground nice and slow. Exhale. Good. Step your left foot back to meet your right foot, plank pose. Breathe in deeply. From knees or toes, exhale slowly to the ground. So we come into a little kriyas. You inhale, cobra pose. Make it feel good in your back. As you exhale, child's pose. So we inhale right into cobra pose. And we exhale to push back into child's pose. So when you come into cobra, shoulders down, away from the ears. And don't be afraid of those little pauses in your breath between the postures either, right? So working with that solar part of the brain, right? The right side when you're here in Cobra, left side, that more lunar part of the brain, child's pose. Cobra. Breathe in, meet us there, hold your breath in, and then exhale, release. Inhale, table or plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Long, slow, deep breath. Take your left leg to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, step the left foot forward between the hands softly. Back heel lowers. Warrior two with the help of your right arm, so you inhale up. Exhale, settle in. Right hand to right hip, left arm reaches up, inhale. As you exhale, tip yourself back, exalted warrior, gazing towards right toes, and try to drop that right hip down, so left hip lifts, keeping the pelvis neutral. So now you breathe into left sideways. Warrior two, breathe in. As you exhale, turn right toes out, temple pose. So make sure your knees are over your ankles, turn your palms forward, thumbs point up, fingers together. Gaze at an unmoving point on the floor and take long, deep breaths. If you feel stable enough to close the eyes, go ahead and try it. So the neutral mind about helping us to assess risk and benefit. Right? This is really crucial right now. Right? What are the risks? What are the benefits? And it happens even more to practice in our lives within the practice that we're in right now. Right? So there's going to be moments when we want to leave or stop or back out a little bit. Right? So ask yourself, like, what is the risk? What might I be losing if I do that? Right? And what is the benefit? How might I benefit if I need to back out or come out of the pose? My favorite question to ask myself when I'm doing the postures or I'm in some type of practice that's really demanding of me is, if I stop, is that going to get me closer to the person who I want to be or take me further away from it? Right? Love that question. You can use it anywhere at any point in your life. And it's kind of that same idea of assessing risk and benefit. Right? Am I getting closer to the person I want to be, or is this taking me further from that? Good. Hands to hips. Nice and slow. That should feel good. Straighten the legs. Bring your toes forward so they point to the long edge of your mat. Draw your elbows back. Lift your heart up. Breathe in. And then exhale. Pour the body down. Keep your hands on your hips. Elbows intending to the sky. Release your neck. Root into the outer edges of your feet and keep your legs turned on nice and strong. Slow, deep breaths. You can keep your hands on your hips or interlace your fingers behind you. Start to let your hands fall past your head towards the floor, optional. Hands come down to the ground. Help you lift your heart. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turn over your left leg to the top of your mat. Good. Step your right foot forward. Lift halfway up. Breathe in. Exhale, relax. Good. Inhale, slowly wind all the way up like a reverse waterfall. Once you're standing, bring your hands to heart center, close the eyes down, or steady on an unmoving point. Lift your chest, little slight draw back of the chin to the throat. Stay connected to your body, to your breath, even when you're still.
And there's nothing to do, nothing to think about. Can you stay present? And then inhale, take the arms up over your head. As you exhale, fold forward and down to the ground.
Inhale, lift halfway up and lengthen. Exhale, take your left leg back, bring your knee gently to the mat. Pat it if you need to so you can come up. And you're basically just standing on your left knee. Right knee is forward. Pull the belly back slightly, not to like harden your stomach, but just so that you feel secure through the core. So you've got that kind of brace inwardly, so you feel steady here. I'm gonna do the exact same thing that we did before. So your hands come forward, palms face each other, thumbs point up. Try to find a gaze, so you're really moving on to the focus and the concentration part of your practice, right? Right now, especially with the amount of social media that we're consuming, our average attention span is anywhere from like 3 to 4 seconds. So we're trying to really hone that in, strengthen focus, strengthen attention, right? So remember, it's inhale up with the left hand, exhale up with the right. So if it really doesn't feel good to do breath of fire through an open mouth, or again, maybe makes you feel like you're hyperventilating a little bit, do it through your nose instead. But when and if it feels good or right, even if it's just for a few breaths, try it through circled lips. So the nice thing about it going through circled lips is that it's actually a little bit more cooling of a breath of fire than if we were doing it through the nose. It generates a lot more heat. It also lets us slow down the movement a little bit so we can stay focused, right, and coordinated. The other thing that's really good about it is that we're using the back of the throat and we're stimulating the vocal cords a little bit with the sound of the breath. So this is helping support vagal tone, right? Creating that space where we can come back to neutrality, right? Or what we call rest and digest. The body can naturally come into a healing state a little faster after stress. You're almost there. Good. Hold the hands straight out, deep breath in. Hold the breath if it's safe. Keep the arms out, exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right hand to right hip, gently tip your body over towards the right. Try not to let your hips or your knee buckle in, right? Keep that lower half stable, strong. And just really breathe into that left rib cage, left side lung. Take both arms up, breathe in. Exhale, hands come to the ground, lift the back knee up. Good, back thigh lifts, left hand stays down, right arm opens in front of your heart, breathe in. Nice simple twist, reach under your right leg, look to the left. So you inhale, open it up, maybe look up. Exhale, look to the left, reach under the leg. One more, breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Hand comes to the ground, breathing out. Right leg goes back, table or plank, inhale. From knees or toes, exhale to the mat. This time as you come down, you want to point your toes straight back behind you. Reach your arms forward, just like our hands were a moment ago. Palms face each other, thumbs point up towards the ceiling. Like as we started, we're gonna lift opposites. When you're lifting, try to keep your forehead down on the ground, chin tucked in towards the throat. So as you inhale, you're going to take your left arm and your right leg, and then exhale, lower them down. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, lower. Left arm, right leg. Exhale. Right arm, left leg. Exhale. Keep going side to side in the rhythm of your own breath. Right? Don't think about height, think about length. Can you reach your toes back, fingers forward more, like someone's pulling on your limbs as you lift up? If you lose what you're doing, right, focus, concentration wanders off, start again, get focused, opposites lifting. As you breathe in, lowering as you breathe out. And last two. Slide your hands back by your shoulders. Inhale, cobra pose. Breathe in, hold your breath for a moment. Downward facing dog, exhale. And long, deep breaths. Take your right leg up, breathe in. Exhale, step your right foot forward softly between the hands. Left heel turns down, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. And settle into your feet, get grounded, soften the shoulders. Left hand, left hip, right arm to the sky. Breathe in, you can stay like that, or lean back, gaze to left toes. Find some more space to breathe into those right ribs, lung. Warrior two, breathe in. And then exhale, temple pose. So we did this before, working with the immune system and the thymus a little bit more. So you want to make fists, gently curling your fingers in. Sit down nice and low. We inhale to draw the arms out, thumbs up. We exhale to close in and give ourselves a little tap right underneath the collarbone. There's lots of Chinese medicine points there as well, so along that kidney meridian and so on, especially through the back of the body. But remember, we're working energy, so front, back, kind of doesn't matter. We inhale and exhale. If again you feel comfortable, confident, close your eyes. If not, gaze at the ground, little unmoving point. Try to tuck the pelvis in. If you need long, slow, deep breaths, that's okay too. Working that coordination. And the coordination piece comes in soon, right? Right now we're just getting body and breath with us. And then inhale, open, exhale, just right hand. Inhale, open, left hand, exhale, right? So you keep going like that, working left and rights again, brain, body, focus, awareness, coordination, immune system, but we're also helping the magnetic field of the heart, right? We're helping to expand it, break up any stagnant energy around it, and really work at expanding to that 9 degrees. So if you're not familiar, the aura can really exude out to 9 feet from us if we're working with a really healthy, strong aura, which these exercises help with. The heart has a magnetic field of its own,
So working with that right now, that can also extend up to 20 feet from us. Good, a few more rounds. Good, inhale. Exhale, hands onto hips, straighten the legs, turn your toes in. Breathe in, hips down, heart up. Exhale, fold between the legs. Legs stay strong, keep your hands on your hips for a moment. If it doesn't feel safe, bring your hands to the ground. In 10, the elbows up, opening through the chest now, a nice creating of that space in the front of the body. If it feels okay, hands behind you. Interlace the fingers so the palms face each other and let your hands fall past your head towards the ground. Bring your hands to the earth, lift your heart, breathe in. Turn over your right leg to the top of your mat. Step back into plank pose this time. Breathe in. Exhale to lower. You can stop halfway if you want in chaturanga, cobra, or upward dog. Inhaling. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Very gently place your knees on the ground. Sit back on your heels, block or bolster if that feels better. Just find something so that the knees feel comfortable. Sukhasana works fine as well. Place the hands onto the thighs, close your eyes down. Long, deep breaths. So neutral mind, that navigating system, helping us move through any uncertain times, any challenges, unfamiliarity. And then opening the eyes, shift off to one side so you can sit on your bum. Extend the legs straight out in front of you. We're taking our hands back behind us, fingers pointing towards the body, or if you need to, away, whatever feels better for your wrist, but try to get your chest elevated nice and high. Elbows need to be a little bit of soft for this. We want our legs out. They don't have to go very high, but the higher the better. You want to take your left leg down and up and over your right leg, and then you switch. So it's just you're making crisscrosses with your legs. You can do this with long, deep breaths. Or again, if it's available and it's safe for you, breath of fire. Okay, so get that going. Left leg over right, right leg over left. And you can see once you bring in breath of fire, the brain's really trying to figure out the crisscross and the breathing, because the breathing's probably a little faster than your legs can go at this time. That's okay. This is what we want for the brain, right? It's just trying to coordinate, settle, consolidate the information. Good, deep breath in, boat pose. Legs together, heart up. And then exhale, bring your feet to the ground. Walk yourself back up. Let the knees fall open so you come into butterfly or diamond pose. Take your hands to your ankles, your shins, sit up nice and tall, breathing in. If it's safe to fold forward, that feels good in your back, you can go ahead, round forward and down over the legs, relax towards the ground. Long, deep breaths. And try to get that breath right down into the pelvic bowl.
So if you imagine the sacrum like a butterfly, right? So as you breathe in, its wings expand. You can feel this kind of openness and opening through your lower back. And as you exhale, it's like cocooning that energy, right? It's just kind of pulling it back in towards itself. There's a softening. And this is neutralizing, right? Not doing asymmetrical, but a symmetrical posture for both left and right. Brain's familiar with it, so it can settle. And then roll up nice and slow. Bring your head up last. And once you're there, swing the legs back behind you again so you can sit on your heels. This is of course optional. You can stay with your legs crossed in front of you if you'd like. As you inhale, you're going to take your arms up over your head. And as you exhale, you're going to circle them back behind you. So it's inhale forward and up. Exhale, circle back. Good. Inhale up. Once you're there, make fists with your thumbs tucked in. So tuck your thumbs into your palm, make fists. And then exhale, go forward as you exhale. And then inhale back and up. Exhale forward and down. Closing the eyes if you can. Again, neutralizing, working both sides at the same time. If you really pay attention to subtleties, it's not going to feel the same side to side. One might feel a little more constricted in the movement. One might feel a little more free. One might feel a little more crunchy. One might feel bigger, more expansive. Good. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center, prayer pose, elbows up, push the palms together, eyes are closed. Subtle little bow of the head towards the heart, long deep breaths. When I woke up at 3 a.m. this morning, I felt really scared. I got up and made a tea after a little while to try to settle the mind. I sat in meditation, had some really beautiful, enlightened moments and answers and guidance. I felt neutral until about half an hour before I was about to start teaching. And I felt this sense of irritation and frustration arise. And I sat on my mat and I felt this wave of gratitude and love and support. And the purpose of me sharing this is that we can move through various different physical, mental, emotional states, moment to moment, hour to hour, day to day. But the neutral mind is what keeps us grounded in our body and our breath, because we're never going to stop having those moments, deep breaths. We're human, we're never going to stop having these experiences. It's our conscious, elevated awareness that allows us to let those states, those places, those thoughts just be with us without having to fix or change them, just part of the experience. Keep pushing the palms together.
And the neutral mind is that place that says, okay, this is where I am right now. And that question, right, is this going to help me be the person that I'm trying to become or take me further away from it, is when you want to reach for that box of cookies, right, or you want to scroll for the 1000th time Instagram or so on, right, all the ways that we try to remove what we're feeling or distract ourselves from it. Deep breath in. Hold the breath. Can you just let yourself be just for this one moment? And then exhale. Let the eyes open, shift onto your bum, extend your legs out in front of you. Feet come together, toes point up. Inhale, bend the knees as much as you need to. And as you exhale, fold forward, little Paschimottanasana, relax. You don't have to make this hard. You don't even have to feel anything in your hamstrings for this pose to be working. Long, deep breaths. So creating that space for neutrality. And neutrality doesn't mean that you don't care. Neutrality means that you're coming from that place of consciousness before reaction. So it's a very big difference, right? Neutrality. You can still have tons of compassion, love, emotion, fear, anger, grief, sadness, joy. Right? All of that doesn't mean we don't have it. But we approach it from this place of, is it getting me closer? And is it helping me live a more meaningful life? These are great questions. And they come from that neutral mind. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Roll up nice and slow. Take your time. Find yourself in Sukhasana, easy pose, legs crossed in front of you, final meditation. Still working at our meditation for perspective and emotional balance. So your left hand is in Gyan Mudra, index finger and thumb touching, resting on your left thigh. Right hand fingers together like we've been doing all practice, thumb pointing out. We begin by closing the eyes down. Bring that hand, the right one, in front of your face. Sit up nice and tall. Gaze between the eyebrows, your third eye point. Block your right nostril with your thumb. Inhale through the left. Block your left nostril with your index finger. Exhale through the right. Block the right nostril, inhale left. Block left and exhale right. So the pattern is inhaling left, exhaling right. Keep going in your own rhythm. Make the inhales as quiet and as smooth as you can. The exhales as soft and as long as you can. Drawing in through that left nostril, activating right brain. The right brain, our more creative side, emotional, intellect. The more receptive part on the energetic level. And then we exhale and releasing the excess energy from that left side, the more solar side, analytical side, thinking side. So stimulating that right brain, bringing us some emotional intelligence. And especially in moments where we feel like we might be navigating without our GPS on. We go into excess, very vata energy or mind, lots of thinking, right? The brain is trying to sort, if we're feeling especially in survival mode, right? It's going to try to sort and think about all the various ways you've made it through challenges before. It's trying to help you make it through this one, right? It's trying to give you the way. But sometimes that's not exactly the right way, depending and foreseeing if this is a new challenge for you or something we've collectively never been through. So the neutral mind is going to bring us back. How to navigate this time, this space, this day. I very much recommend that if you can continue this pranayama, just ignore the next instructions and try to go for a few more minutes to really receive its full benefits. If you've carved out just this amount of time, next time you exhale through the right nostril, release the hand and just take a couple of deep breaths. And we'll meet with our hands at heart center. The eyes stay closed and we pull into the third eye space. Someone, and that could be including yourself, who needs this healing energy today. Who needs maybe not the energy, but this affirmation. We close with the long time sun 3 times, saying it out loud with me or internally if you need. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. We seal everything we've done from a space of love with the sound of Om. Deep inhale. Inhale. Draw your thumbs to your forehead. Exhale. Honor the light and love that exists within yourself. Everyone that you're spending this time with, everyone who showed up here today, bow forward. Namaste.